Mick, would you keep Iheanacho?
You know what? I mean, I think again, I probably would, because he brings something that not a lot of players have. He has got a phenomenal touch. He scored a goal. He brings something a bit different. The problem is that Iheanacho could go at any point in time and miss another 6 months. They saw. And they're talking about he had a pre-season at Seville last year. He played pre-season games at Seville. People got like, oh, he didn't arrive without a pre-season. That's not true. He had a pre-season. Didn't play an awful lot, but he got minutes and he was training. But he arrived, didn't really look fit when he arrived. Looked a wee bit out of shape. Let's be honest. Pulls a hammy pretty early. He's back. Pulls a hammy again in the cup final. Hasn't seen him for months. He's back training, by the way, and he's not even considered. When Martin looked at him in training and went, no, I can't hang my hat on you. Got to a point when he kind of had to hang his hat on him because Cara was not happening. Adamu wasn't happening. He needed to bring him back into the fold in some capacity. He needed Maida through the middle and then moving him into the wide areas. So he kind of got him in by default, and he did perform in that last section of games. If you get Iheanacho doing that over a season, then absolutely. But can you guarantee that?
No,
I'm not sure. It depends on. I mean, they're going to have to, if they get their ducks lined up and have two or three stickers lined up, then you say, right, thanks, Kelechi, you've done your job, go a hero, all the best. If they haven't, they're going to need to sign him. They're going to need to sign him because they can't go into that last week of the window again having to buy first choice players, and that happened last year. They're having to buy first choice strikers in the last 2 days of the windows and didn't get one. So they can't. So they might have to hit the button and keep them purely because there's an insurance policy. It's an expensive insurance policy, and it might pay off though. It might stay fit the whole season, make a back pre-season, lean as anything, fit. I mean, fit and firing, and does really well. But he might pull a hammy and miss 6 months. That's the balance. Is it worth it? I don't know. If they're worth it, no. But that's the question.
My argument for keeping Iheanacho would be, I get his fitness record over this season has been pretty poor, and I agree with you, Mick. I think he arrived at the football club and I thought he looked a wee bit out of shape. I think Brendan Rodgers probably hinted at that as well. We hadn't played much football, albeit he did have a pre-season, like you say, but he hadn't played much football in terms of competitive minutes over the course of like 2 years or whatever. So maybe he just kind of fell out of love of football a wee bit. But I think, that impact that he made, I mean, he's a cult hero no matter what happens now. If he stays at Celtic or leaves, if he leaves as a cult hero for that impact that he made in the final weeks of the season. I mean, it was truly remarkable. And if you can keep a guy like that fit, I'm not going to say he's going to start every game, but if you've got a proven goal scorer in the building, I wouldn't be letting him go, especially when you have got this summer rebuild.
That's the thing though that Mick says. You just can't rely on him, can you?
The problem you've got is say you're number 2 striker, number 2/3 striker, right? The guy who impacts sub off the bench and all that stuff. What happens if you go into Ibrox at the new year and your 2 first choice strikers are injured and he's got to start and he can only do 40 minutes? I mean, what?
Aye.
You can't carry that.
Yeah, exactly.
Your backup number 3 guy has to do 90 minutes sometimes because it's a long 60-game season. And you kind of luxury of saying, well, my number 3 guy can only do 35 minutes. As we've seen, we're still doing that in March and April and May. Only 35 minutes. So
I think the flip side of that is, what if he can? What if he does prove his fitness?
Because he got to April and May and he still couldn't do it. I mean, we saw him in games at the end of the season. He couldn't start them.
If you're preparing a squad now, you'd be sitting here going, "Can I hang my hat on him?" No, you'd have to say that.
Because you know what happened? That'll be you'll go to a Champions League qualifier or a Europa League game. It's a crucial game, and there'll be 2 guys out injured, and they say you need to start, and he's not going to finish the game. And that, unfortunately, that's not a great situation to be in. As good as he is, it's too big a luxury to carry that.
Aye, absolutely.